Hey gang, it's Adam. I'm going to start the class, and the sound might not be quite as good because I don't have my ear pod things, but I think the sound will be okay. So that's the deal. If for some reason it's not, you can hit me up on that chat thing. I'll probably see that. I think that's the plan.
How many people?
Okay, I'm going to, you're all muted, so hey, there it is. Let me just change the angle a little bit, and we'll do some Qigong. That is the plan. All right, let's move this over a little, get the angle right. That should do it, I think. Look at that. Yeah. All right, it's Qigong time. Welcome. Start with a little Juju Yang Sheng. Keep going. I'll get stuck together. Keep on doing that stepping. All right, and flip to the other side. Going. Just change the angle this way. So deep, full breaths. I'll reverse the step again. Remember, when your hips come forward, your shoulders can go back. When your hips go back, lift your sacrum up in the back, your shoulder blades sink down and forwards. So what's happening between your hips and your shoulder blades is a counterpoint. Good. Let's go a little wider. Start to do the circling now, coming up off the ground. The empty leg, which is the leg that's not bearing weight. Heel's going to come up off the ground. Let's reverse the direction. Okay. So, turning to the side, to the other side. Maybe put your hands on your hips and just turn them. Your feet pressed onto the ground. Start to let yourself come down. The reason I want to take a little bit of time doing this is that if you've got any kind of adhesions in your back, your lower back, especially connected with strain in the discs, you can kind of work your way into these, feel them as you go. Coming down, elbows sinking down. You're going to form an S shape between the hands, the lower hand pushing away from the spine. Remember, you're breathing up the inside of the leg and down the outside of the leg. Let's stop to your left. Pulse through the movement. And on the other side. We use the GGI trying to reveal to you places where there's blockages. And you just play with it, coming out 20, 30 degrees. Pulsing. And to the other side, 20, 30 degrees. So now pressing the elbow down, side. And come to the middle. So in the middle, you can slide your arms down by your feet, and then just tip your sacrum from side to side, start to rock from left to right, right to left through the sacrum, moving the sacroiliac joints. And now making circles through the sacroiliac joints. And the other one. Now loosen up the head, start to circle the neck too. And the other way around, circling the head and neck, as well as the sacroiliac joints. Very good. And now, coming forward, hands forward, push the butt back and start to pulse through the upper back. Sink the upper back down. Sucking out of your hands. Sucking the hand as well. And reversing. Bring the hands further out. Coming down. Dropping the hips down. On the other side. Trying to keep the feet flat on the ground as much as you can. And then coming down. All right. Moving through the knuckles. Reversing. Place the hands down so you're not moving through your wrist joints. And reversing. All right, good. Down. Let's come to a squat. Keeping the feet flat. Moving side to side. Just to get very comfortable hanging out like this. Check this study. All right, good. Now let's do the Qigong. Side. You're reaching out with both hands. And then the other side. You take the foot up, pressing down on the hip with the hand, with the knee, and call it reach out to the outside of the foot, pull it up towards you. Let's do it. Good. Coming up into Qigong. Stretching out. Let's pick up the back foot, drop the back knee down. Sit back. Yeah, that's it. Sit back. Work with the arms. So if I mirror you, your left arm goes forward, your right arm goes back. Moving the front and back plane. Turn to the front, hands by your side. Turn to the left. Turn to the front. Turn to the right. Turn to the front. I'm going to begin the motion from up here at the top. 1, 2, 3, let the arms sink down. And going the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's do the swing through the upper jaw, the chest. Transfer the weight. Remember, you're going to lift up that foot so that just the toe touches down on the empty leg. And on the full leg, you're going to sit down a little bit. Arms go out forward and back. front of you and behind you horizontally. Arms go vertically above you as your weight changing. When you sit down, the arms go up in front of you and behind you. You're going to feel that expansion and movement of the musculature of your chest and the whole shoulder girdle, shoulder blade, and so on. Breathe out as the hand extends forward and back. Breathe out through the hand. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Now we're going to do the swing for the solar plexus region, the middle jiao. Remember to keep your head looking straight ahead. So you transfer the weight, you pick up the empty foot so that just the toe touches down. You sink your weight down on the full leg. Your whole body twists. You feel that twisting coming up through your solar plexus, but anchor your head so that your head doesn't turn. That way that twist will go nicely up your spine, loosening up the sides of the spine, all the way up through the neck, all the way up to the base of the skull. Drop the weight from the sacrum through the heel. Good. Now we're going to do the swing for lower jaw, belly, lower part of the belly. Anchor the feet on the ground and don't move them. Transfer your weight from side to side. Remember, as you transfer the weight, you swing. So if you transfer the weight to the left, swing to the left. Don't reverse it. How people reverse it is, brief demo, because give it a little time. You swing when your weight's going onto the back leg. No, I want you to swing when your weight's traversing forward. Right? So if you transfer your weight forward, that's the way you swing. At the same time as you do that, anchor your head. That way, there's a twist that's going to go through your body. And that twist, if you anchor your head, drop your chin down, relax your shoulders, that twist is going to like nicely loosen up your spine. And we want a nice loose spine. Loose spine is a good thing. Sit down, relax, turn the hips, anchor the head. Good. Now we're going to go up at a 45-degree angle, down at a 45-degree angle. Remember, the motion is rippling through ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and out through the fingers. So you've got a rippling up. In this case, reversing, you're going to drop your weight down onto your left leg, ripple up through your right hand. Let's go to the other side. Drop the weight down so that it can come up. Good. Now we're going out straight to the side. This is a classic Tai Chi ward-off move, single-hand pump. Drop the way down, go under the ground, and then rippling up. Other way. Good. And now, hands come up, hands drop down, and then sink. So you do that little shift right at the top. Bring the wrist down. So feeling, drawing the teeth onto the ground, scatter that down. Span the belly. Good. Just shut your eyes for a minute, or maybe even don't shut your eyes, but just feel. Feel your body. See if you're going to remember how your body felt before we started the class, how your mind felt. Just notice any shifts, any changes. Sit down a little bit, go into Uji. Uji just means you sit down a little bit, the feet up, shoulder width apart, and the thighs roll back so that you're open on the inside of the thighs. Got a little arch there to open up the floor of the pelvis, inside of the thighs, and then you roll the elbows forward a little bit, open up the armpits. Second, go down, get the chin down at the back of the head, go up. And let's come up into Jandwana. Deep, full breaths. And just resist the urge to do anything, except resisting the urge to do anything. Let your hands float up a little bit, then just try to give your shoulders space to drop down. Okay. Let's go into so one-legged standing Qigong postures. Let's start with temple back. So bring the feet together. You turn the right foot out 45 degrees. And bring the left foot forward on the heel, toe up. Keep all the weight on the back leg. Feel that line of energy that connects through your heel into the earth, through your spine. Keep all the weight on that back leg. Connect the sacrum down through the heel. Let the shoulders, even as they hold the posture of the arms, sink. Drop the chin down, keep the neck elongating upwards, sacrum sinking downwards, belly relaxed. Extend your mind beyond your fingertips. And allow your breath to connect beyond your fingertips. Just go to the other side. Stand with your feet close together, take a deep breath. Relax. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees, come straight forward with your right foot. This is a very short stance, so that all your weight can stay in the back leg. Bend the back leg. Deep, full breaths. Now remember, the first rule of Qigong is you are the first rule. And that means you gotta listen to your body. In this kind of standing Qigong, part of what you have identified as your body will have maybe sometimes a complaining voice. Like, I'm tired, it's aching, I'm shaking, things like that. And you don't want to pay too much attention to that voice. Just a little reassuring, it's okay, shut the fuck up. You know, just kind of reassure it, calm it down. You don't pay too much attention to it. Because that's not your body. That is your mind and your body of habits. If, on the other hand, we're doing something that is causing you actual pain, then stop doing it. And you have to discern the difference, which fortunately is not hard to do, between actual pain and just the rugged endurance of practicing standing Qigong. Qigong does not lend itself that well to Zoom type transmission because I can't check your postures. But hey, we're doing what we can. One of the main things about these single-legged standing postures is make sure your weight is back, make sure that your foot's out at 45 degrees so that your knee is over the front third of your foot, but not past the toes, not rolled inwards so it's hanging down in space in front of your foot, just right over that part of your foot. Then your knee alignment will be corrected. If it's making you shake, if it's achy and it's uncomfortable, that's fine. Good. So now bring your feet to shoulder width apart. No, next to each other, like this, sorry. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Just pick up your left foot. Place it so that it's just above your ankle, it's just above the knee. Bring the arms up. Deep breaths. Roll the elbows forward. Bring the hands to the level of the eyebrows. Sink the shoulders. Separate the shoulder blades from the spine. Lift the back of the head. Drop the sacrum through the heel. Breathe into the complexity of your sensory experience right now. Breathe into the sensations of your body. Extend your breath through your body. Let's go to the other side. Feet together. Not quite touching. Just an inch or two apart. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees. Just bring the hands up above the head. Turn them palm up so they're facing towards the sky. Sink the shoulders. bring your hands down again to this position. Relax your shoulder blades so the chi flows down the arms. Through the fingers. Good. Let's do a little meditation before we start our moving Qigong. Sit down and relax. Feel the totality of your body's physical sensations. Feel your breath connected to the totality of those sensations. So, we're going to do some moving Qigong. I think today, rather than use the framework of the 8 string chant, I'm going to use the framework of the 5 elements. And so, I think I'm going to go in the reverse cut order. We'll start with the earth energy, and we'll finish with the green force. So, let's start by cultivating the earth force. And we'll do that to start with, sitting down, and then we'll extend up and do some moving Qigong for earth energy. So, just for a minute, really relax in your chair. Don't worry about your posture, just be relaxed. And feel for where is your earth energy. Everybody has a different proportion of elements that influence them. You know, some people are one element or another element, which means that another element might be in a weaker state or a less dominant state. So just feel into what is earth energy. Chinese like to use yellow, gold, orangish, autumn colors, fall colors are good for earth energy. Maybe there's another color for you. Feel into what is earth in your mind? How is it represented? Is it represented as like sort of a dry soil or clayey soil or moist, humusy or mud? What's it represent like in your mind? Where in your body do you feel earth energy? Feel into it. You may have some intellectual background about what earth should be, but just put that aside. Just feel into where is this earth in you? And what is your relationship to the earth energy, the earth quality within you? Okay, let's do some moving Qigong exercises. We'll start with the third ribcage, channel opening. So, Qigong. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stretch your arms and legs up and then pivoting. Pivot back. Ball of sunlight descending through your body. Now reaching down to earth energy. Golden yellow. Draw it up through your body. Down to the belly. Open the whole side of the body, earth energy and pivot. Deep in breath. Drawing the breath from inside the earth. So if that's your function, some special kind of creature that using your breath and the hydraulic actions of your body moving in this pulsatile way. Your function is drawing the earth energy. And filling up whatever this form, this vehicle of yours is. All right, good. I'm going to hang out here. Deep breath, full breath. Now really expand your breath capacity. And expand your belly. Let your belly expand so that as you breathe in, it's as if your belly extends down through your legs. You're going to be more or less sitting down into your thighs so that your breathing reaches down naturally through your aligned structure into the earth. Now what about the building? You're probably in the building. It's okay. Let's go through it. Get to the earth without making an effort, and without utilizing a belief that that's difficult or strenuous. Just be down in the earth. Breathe from the earth. Let that energy fill you up. No. Request healing. Sometimes it's good to request it. Request that that earth energy that you're working with, that you're drawing through your system as you breathe in, does whatever it can do to support you in moving to a higher level of integration, with stronger physical body, healthier physical body, harmony between your emotions, your mind, process of the karma as it's unfolding in your life and your relationship to the apparent world outside. You allow the earth energy to come into all of those aspects to heal you. Just a gentle pulsatile motion with the earth energy. Good. Okay, let's sit down here. It's going to be an easy class. Here we are sitting, it's nice. Now we're going to work with, well, first let's just thank you. Just gratitude. Acknowledging that what you can know of this is very much a tiny little tip of a very large iceberg. And yeah, that can be a great deal. So let's work with the water chi. Just bid the earth energy fond farewell. Dial yourself into water. What does it mean to you? Sure, it means many things, but just take a little look at your feelings about water. Ideas. Well, what is the water in you? How is it doing? How is your water energy, your water substances? If you didn't know anything, if you had no preconceptions, looking for the first time, what's the water energy like for you? Where is it inside you? Or request the water consciousness, the beingnesses of water. That could be a being or multiple beings of water to be in your awareness. Just in your awareness. Don't really pop into your awareness, it's fine. Okay. Let's work with some moving Qigong for the water Qi. I'm going to start with a very simple Qigong, breathing in, and then breathing out, the hands are going to push forwards. So you can see this from the side, breathing in, your weight comes forward, the hands come back, sink the shoulders, elbows push back, your hands are just to the sides of the lower rib, the 12th rib. And then breathing out, you're going to push the weight back and the hands come forward. In. And out. Just do this gently. Deep 4 breaths. See what colors want to come to you, color images, presences of water. Moving the body forward, moving the body back. So you get a gentle rocking through your belly and your ligament. Alright, good. We'll work with another Qigong for water. So I'm going to mirror you. Lift up your left hand, hold it up. And you're going to move your weight from your right leg to your left leg. And then simply back down to your right leg. The right hand can just hang naturally. Just working with the left hand, transferring the weight to the left side and then sink it back down, sink the weight back down through the right foot into the earth. So breathing in, Qi is kind of swelling up through your body and then moving out towards your hand. And then as you breathe out, that elbow just gently rolls downwards, the elbow of your extended arm. You know, as you breathe in, it just gently rolls out again. Now immerse yourself in the water Qi. The water is swirling through your body. Deep, full breaths. Well, let's work on the other side. So you switch the arms. Well, sink your way down through the left leg down to the ground as you breathe in. Chi swells up through your right hand. Down again. You're going to roll the elbow so that it's sort of pointing out to the side at the top of your in-breath, and then roll the elbow down gradually so that it's pointing straight down towards the ground at the bottom. Requesting, feeling into the water force. Noticing your emotional relationship to this force. How do you do that? Transferring the weight. So let's sit down again. Tuning into the water force again. Feel some gratitude. See, let's take one more look without any prior ideas how this water force occurs inside you. Okay. Let's work with fire. So let's start thinking about fire. What image comes to you when you think of fire? What image comes to you when you think of warmth and light? Fire is an intelligence that you can connect with, you can request, be in a relationship with. How's it going? Feel the fire energies of your physical body. So much fire energy in your physical body that it's at 97 degrees, 98, whatever that is. 98.4 is it? Normal temperature. It's quite significantly warmer than the average temperature on the planet. If you were a crow living in Alaska, your internal core temperature would be kept at 104.5. So this capacity of warmth that we have in our bodies, how interesting. To feel into it. Now, notice your emotions in relation to fire, warmth, light. And I have a question for you. Your body produces its physical warmth. Your heart has the warmth of love. Your consciousness has this quality of light. How are you organized about the fire force? It's an interesting force, isn't it? So let's do a little bit of moving Qigong for the fire force. I think we'll work with, because it's simple, we can work with the 8 brigades. Qigong for this. No, I want a different one. Okay. Start taking deep, full breaths. Breathing out, making a circle with your right hand. Breathing in, the left hand comes up, circles out, breathing out. And breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in as the arm rises. You're going to turn your body to the left as the right hand comes up on your left side and circles out around. Now I want you to imagine that you're making big circles of fire, circles of light. Breathing in and breathing out. Easy, big circles of light. Breathing in as the arm comes up, and breathing out as the arm goes down. request the energy of fire, warmth, light, beings, fire, warmth, light, respond to you. Notice that energy in your body. Don't think about organs or channels or any of the knowledge you currently have necessarily, but just feel where in your body lights up, where in your body responds to this energy. One of the things that you're just going to explore with each of these elements is how friendly are you with this element? How in love are you with the element? Or are you in a state of friction with an element? This is always, when you go through these 5 elements, you're going to probably notice that there's some that you love and are in love with, and maybe that there's some that you kind of feel like you don't take care of it, or you're separate from it, or you have an emotional reaction. Just paying attention to yourself in these relationships. Okay. Just feeling the fire energy. We're just going to let ourselves stand and sway a little bit. We'll just stand and be still if you want. But staying in the current of the fire force. All right, good. Let's sit down again. And so, feeling the gratitude for fire or your experience of fire. And now let's work with the force of crystallization, metallic formation, start to let that get dialed in. Crystallization on the more subtle plane of the exchange of oxygen and oxidation reactions, reduction reactions, oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. Feel into your body, throw out any ideas you have, and just feel into what colors, crystals and rocks and minerals show up as in your system. It's interesting because it used to be okay to really study nutrition in relation to health, and then in the 1950s started to fall out of favor of the orthodoxy. And so it didn't fall out of favor quite as much with veterinary medicine. So when you look at cat food and dog food and you see how many minerals they're required to have in their food, it's very significantly higher than how many minerals are in baby formula, for example. And we do know that when people drink water that is very highly mineralized, glacial runoff water with 60, 70, 80 different minerals and trace amounts, they do great. Their physical health is really well. So you've got this rainbow of minerals inside your system, many of which are actually acutely deficient. Really, many of them in most people. So what is that interesting force of mineralization inside you? You don't have bones without minerals. You don't have a lot of enzymatic processes. You don't have your chemistry, the biochemistry is all based on minerals. You are as chemistry. But really, you're alchemistry. Because it's been proven in hundreds and hundreds of experiments that living bodies of plants and animals transmute minerals from one mineral to another mineral. This has been proven in hundreds of different, rather simple experiments to demonstrate it, and yet it is not part of scientific orthodoxy, because cold transmutation is something that Western science has a complex about. But actually, you continuously go through biological cold transmutation of one mineral form to another. So what is this interesting process within you? And what is the corollary of that in your Shen body, your mental body? What is the refinement and transmutation of substances at the level of your soul? Maybe you feel into that. What is the substance that forms that pearl of great price? What is the substance of the jewel in the lotus and the manakatma? That is the essence of the quote-unquote metal, Qi. So, let's do a Qigong to work with and access the metal Qi. And let's do one of my favorites for this, which is this one. Pi-chuan from Xing-Yi-chuan. An easy Qigong, but sometimes a little tricky if you're not used to it. You're going to stand to the side, so transferring your weight to your right leg, the left hand extends. This is the most important structural thing to remember. Transferring your weight now to the left leg, the right hand extends. So you're creating an X, a cross, between the weighted leg and the extended arm. And that cross is the significance of this Qigong. One of the fundamental things we do in Qigong systems and Neji internal martial arts energy systems is we play with this crossing over from left to right and right to left through the core of the body. Deep in breath, sink the weight down. Transfer the weight, turn the hips and turn the waist to keep the head looking straight ahead. Just as in those swings at the beginning of the class. You're going to transfer the weight, you're going to turn the whole hip and waist structure and belly. The head is actually going to be looking at the hand that's descending in a line right in front of your body, so that whether it's the left hand or the right hand descending, it's pretty much going to descend in the same track. Even as you're transferring the weight, turning the hips, turning the waist, sinking the belly. Deep, full breaths, drawing upon the imagery or the energy of what is this crystallization process. Where do you draw it from? Classically in Chinese, we might say it's light, but it could be like the sheen of things, the luster, the glittering quality, even the champagne-like transparency of the little tiny particles you can sometimes perceive all around you in the air, like a very subtle ocean of tiny particles. Sometimes people perceive that suddenly in a few minutes or a few moments. What is your emotional connection to this force? How's it fitting with your body? How's it working inside your body? Are you in harmony with it? Are you in distress with it? Requesting the beings, the beingnesses that exist within this force to move through you, to move you through healing. Good. Sit down again. Deep, full breaths. Perceiving the movements of the mental force within you. The placement of that energy, those energies. Okay, well now we're going to work with the green force, the fifth of the 5 elements, 5 phases, Wuxing. Feeling gratitude for the mental force, thanking the mental, crystal, chemical, gaseous or saying goodbye to it. Now working with the green force. The force that through the green fuse drives the flower. It's a line from the Dylan Thomas poem. It aptly captures the quality of this force. So, if there are vines, if there are tendrils of plants and vines moving through your body, like your tendons and your ligaments or your sinews, like the muscular linings of your blood vessels, and your heart, your different organs, have this linearity, this cylindrical quality, this vine quality, feeling into that. Feeling into that pulsatile quality, all the smooth muscles of your digestive tract, heart, your blood vessels. Feeling this webwork of fascia that surrounds all of your joints and all of your muscles and encapsulates all of your organs in discrete physical sort of capsules or zones. This fascia itself transmits fluids, transmits electricity, transmits subtle substances. I would suggest to you that all of this corresponds with that green force. Now think about the 5 quote-unquote elements. Let's just go in the order we went today. Actually, no, I'm going to take care of the order. I'm going to take care of the order. Think about air. It's very light. It's the lightest of the elements. Air feeds the fire. Fire isn't quite as light as air, but it's pretty light. And the fire sort of warms the water forces. Of course, water isn't as light as fire, but it's lighter than all the solid stuff and it's fluid. And then water soaks into and nourishes and brings to life the earth. The earth has a kind of a density. It's not the densest, but it's definitely not the lightest. It's right in the middle. And then, denser than the earth, penetrating into the earth are the roots of the trees, the green force, and the roots of plants. Another kind of density, and then those roots of the trees and the plants are reaching down to the crystals, to the minerals of the soil, drawing up those crystals and minerals all the way up through the plant, transmuting, drawing in the carbon dioxide and producing the oxygen and producing the mineralization that creates the body of the plant, that creates the body of the animal that eats it. And so here we have the 5th element, the green force. Now, typically when we think of air and fire and water and earth and metal, we don't think of those as alive, which may not be accurate, because perhaps they're very alive, but we understand life in the terms of sort of sentient embodiment once we get to the plant and animal kingdoms. There's a different ship, there's a different quality. And so the plant and animal kingdoms are all representatives of the green force, the element of wood, quote unquote, which is a very inaccurate translation of the Chinese term. And this green force actually masters the other elements, utilizes them all, transmutes them all, such that sentient embodiment takes place, and we have a Gaia. We have the living consciousness that emerges out of the web work of life that forms across the earth through the interaction of all these elements. They're all used by the green force. So feel that green force within you, because it's your life, your body. Your body is made, you feed on either the plants or the animals that make the plants. Feel that green force within you. Although maybe it's not green in your experience, you could open yourself to it appearing or occurring in different shapes or colors or manifestations inside you. So feel into it. Remove all your ideas and preconceptions and just feel it. This force has a resonant consciousness and beingnesses. And you can request it to move through you, to heal you. And how is your relationship to this force? Let's do a moving Qigong to connect to the green force. Deep in breath. Now feel the space between your palms, transferring, sinking away over the right leg. I'm going to mirror you. So your left hand presses, your right hand presses down on your left as you transfer your weight to your left leg. And now your left hand presses down over your right hand as you transfer your weight to your right leg. Breathing in, and then as you press down, sink down, breathing out. Deep in breath. Press the chi down. Deep in breath. Press the chi down. Connecting to the green force. Connecting to that force that expresses through the fascia, the joint capsules, the ligaments and the tendons. Summation of the alignedness of your body. Could your body live without your human consciousness? Yeah, actually. Also, people in comas kind of doing that. What is that force within you? It operates the system. And how is your relationship to it? Standing a little bit wider, so you got a little bit more sink down. And we're going to go into this Qigong. Beautiful, simple little Qigong for the green force. Transfer your weight to the side, turn, look at your hand behind you, and then as you breathe out, that hand's going to glide down, and the other hand going to transfer your weight to the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. This Qigong loosely comes from Xingyi practice, but loosely. Also, kind of has a correlate with Tai Chi movements. Expand the body and then let the body just relax, sinking down, chi sinking through the core of the body. Opening up, expanding, lifting, and then sink the chi down all the way through the genital region. Opening up through the sides of the body, sides of the head even, and then down. Activating the green force, plant force, tree force, whatever colors it comes to you as, that's fine. Maybe it comes as a plant, a type of plant, an aspect of a plant, or a tree. Maybe it comes as an animal. However it comes to you, let it come. Let this healing force come to you. Much of the healing of Qigong is enabled by letting yourself be free and fall in love with all the energies that can express through your system. When you can just drop into the pure joy of your movement and your energy and all the different life forces. The green force is really the evolutionary energy. What moves a rock into a subtle human? What is the force that's flowing through? What is this evolutionary curve? Just dropping into and expressing the joy of that as it's innate in your DNA is such a healer. Why would illnesses and cancers and things hang out? In the presence of such joy and simplicity and flow, remember, the vibration of disease is very complicated, very messy. The vibration of health is simple, simple, simple. Complicated medicines are complicated. Simple medicines are profound and effective. All right, good. Okay, let's sit one last time down. In this class. And let's just drop into the tree force. That's the Chinese character, it's a tree. And thank it, gratitude, appreciation, respect. All right, good. So we work with the Juju Yang Sheng system, and standing Qigong, and now some moving Qigong, with a special focus on opening opening the paths of the elements. We're not going to have a long closing meditation because it feels like the middle of the night to me. I don't know how long I've been going on for here, but it feels long enough. So, relax. Let any energies equalize, equilibrate in your system, so that when we complete this class, you can be ordinary, comfortable, smooth, and easy. Let's just do pulling down the heavens 3 times, breathing in, and just smoothing through the energy fields. And down the sides of your body. And the back of your body, yes, smoothing the energy fields out, soothing. Let's take 5 deep breaths. Breathe out as release. Okay. Breathe out, releasing. Deep, full breath. Resisting nothing. Fully breathing, release. 2 more breaths. Deep, full breath. Last deep, full breath. We're going to chant Om. We're going to chant Om 4 times to close the class. As we're not in a group, I'm going to ask you to listen to the overtone sounds within your own voice. We'll chant Om 3 times and then we'll chant Om 1 last time, a 4th time, and as we chant, we'll just bend forwards, we'll extend the breath out as long as it can comfortably go out, and we'll use a descending tone, the first 3 breaths over the same tone. All right, cool. Okay. Hello. It's so weird doing Qigong in my own little room. But hey, I miss having people in my class. I'm going to unmute people and just kind of check in with them. I know a bunch of you can't even talk. But there we go. You can all talk if you want. I think you can. It says you can't. I don't know why. Maybe I have to adjust something. I don't know what I have to adjust. Can anybody hear me?
Hello.
Is there anybody out there?
Yes.
Why can't I hear you guys? I actually don't know. See if I can understand it. Who knows? I don't know. I can't hear any of you. That's so sad. I don't know why I can't. Maybe none of you can talk for some reason. Anyways, it's been really a pleasure. I think I'm going to publish this webinar because, Qigong class, because I thought it was, I don't know, I liked it. It reminded me of something. It reminded me of somebody else, Salvador Dali, if he took drugs, and he said, I don't take drugs, I am drugs. And I thought, at some point when I was practicing this Qigong, I was like, yeah, I'm not on drugs, but this is quite, I was having some fairly extraordinary experiences. So, yeah, it was good. Anyway, guys, I'm done, and I can't hear any of you. So I love you all. You're really great, you're really well. I want to start these classes again soon. So I think I need to think about how I would structure that, but I think I'm going to continue live streaming the classes for the rest of eternity, because I think, you know, that would be very helpful for people who can't actually be here. So, all right, I'm bugging out. It's been lovely. I will post this one because it's good for people to get that healing in. This is a very good time of year for healing, and hey, kind of a useful thing to be engaging in. See you later. Going to end the session now.